Okay, this is another mini amp, a recent mini amp from Donner called the Mini Guitar Amp. Model number on the box says EC991, and it's a 3-watt mini amp. It's got 2 little speakers in there, 1.5-inch speakers. Let me double check that. Ah, there we go. 1.6-inch, tiny. Get out of here. Teeny tiny 1-inch speakers. So, if you've followed my channel, I've done almost every little mini amp that exists. And I have my favorites, and I have my least favorites. And this one's new, so it's got some cool things that I think are unique, especially for a mini amp. And yeah, we're going to go through it and go through all the specs, all the features, and then play through it. You heard a little bit there on the clean. Let's just go through it. It's got a clean channel and it's got a distortion channel. The control layout looks pretty simple, but it's actually kind of confusing. So I'll do an overlay so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. It's got an on-off that clicks on-off, and that's your main volume. Right now I'm on the clean channel, because on the back there's a switch that turns on the clean channel, turn that switch off, and then you're on the distortion channel. Confusing thing is here, there's also a second on-off switch. You can actually hear it click, right? That's the distortion channel. If you don't have that one on, along with the regular on-off volume switch, the amp isn't on. It's almost like there's a master on-off volume, kind of a secondary on-off, and then a gain and a tone switch. But these 3 knobs here aren't activated unless you have the clean switch turned off. Is that confusing enough? I think so. So I'll show you what I mean. Right now, I have the I don't have the guitar on, but okay, that's the clean. Maxed out here. Let's hear what it sounds maxed out. So I think ideally you're not going to play it maxed out because it's kind of actually distorting a little bit. Before I move on, let's go through the features. You saw the animation unboxing in the beginning. Comes with charging cable, so that's something unique. It's a built-in battery and it charges with USB and your mini USB connector, which could be good and bad, I guess. All the other mini amps I've had can either do line power, so like a power adapter, or battery being 9-volt or AA's. This one is an internal battery, which kind of follows what everything else is doing these days. Phones, you know, your Bluetooth speakers, all those devices, they do an internal battery. So I think that's kind of the model they're going with. It's also got, so yeah, it's got this cable it came with. You can do a line in, so you can plug in an MP3 player with this 1/8-inch cable. And what's the other thing? It's got a headphone out, so it's got those 3. I'll do some close-ups so you can take a look at that. You can see exactly what I'm talking about. Now I'll do a close-up. You can see the switch I'm talking about. It's right next to the input for the line input for the guitar. Guitar is on the back, which is kind of different. It's kind of confusing. There's no manual, so that's my only gripe about it. The actual tones I'm getting out of it are cool. Let's go over to the distortion channel. So to do that, I got to get off the clear switch on the back. Now these 3 knobs are enabled. So yeah, like I mentioned before, now it's kind of like a master volume, a master distortion, and a gain control. And the tone, that's my only other complaint about it. The tone knob doesn't really do that much. It doesn't do anything on the clean channel, and it's very, I don't know, we'll see. You tell me what you hear, okay? You're not going to see a close-up here, but I'm just going to play around with the distortion, the volume, and the knob. Try to get something good. At a decent volume. A little bit more volume. Bear with me, I'm going to try to dial something in here. single coil. I'm going to switch over to a guitar with a humbucker and get some humbucker tones. See how that affects it. Okay, this is dually red humbuckers I'm going to try through now for all the distortion. The rest of the distortion for the video. Maxed out. All right, cool. What have I left out? Oh, I didn't mention a price. In the US, it's 39 bucks. You can get it on Amazon. Canada is 55. So it's pretty cheap. You know what, I don't usually give my opinion on tones and what I like in videos. I like people to decide on their own because I really think that's such a, such a personal taste. But I will give my first impressions, and then I'll have this amp up against some other mini amps in some versus videos in the future. Construction wise, it's really nice. It's built really well. It's solid plastic. It feels good. It's got some rubber feet on the bottom, stops it from sliding. And double as a Bluetooth speaker, I guess, as well. If I've called it Moore at all during this video, I apologize. I always screw up the two names, Moore and Donner. They're both similar companies from China that make pedals and guitar accessories and amps, little amps, and other stuff. Very easy to confuse the two. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. And if you have any questions about it, any questions at all, let me know and I'll try to answer them. I think for 39 bucks, it's pretty cool. How would I rate it up against something like a Fly 3 or Boss Katana Mini? They're in a different price level. They're more expensive for sure. And they're also feature-wise, they have a lot more stuff to add. Yeah, I'll probably do this tone comparison with this against the Fly 3 eventually and against the Katana Mini. Alright, so again, that's a 3-watt Donner mini guitar amplifier. Battery powered, internal battery powered, which is kind of cool. How long does that battery last? That's yet to be seen. I haven't played with it long enough to see how long the battery will last. Charging it took a couple hours, I think. Alright, that's going to be it for today. Come back again soon. As always, play guitar and have fun, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.